Images of Angela Merkel. Images from 20 years in politics. In older ones, she looks almost naive. In the more recent ones, just the opposite. These are pictures of a woman nobody reckoned with, but who made it to the very top.
She always moved into the same posts as her backers, and of course that's striking, partly because she was underestimated. And being underestimated is an important factor in political advancement.
Did Helmut Kohl underestimate Merkel? She was his greatest protégé, and he possibly her first victim. As Chancellor, he made the 36-year-old physicist from the former East Germany a cabinet minister. A few years later, it was Merkel who publicly withdrew her support for him during a party funding scandal and stepped out from under his shadow. She subsequently became the first woman to head the Christian Democrats, and still she was discounted.
The course of the CDU won't change. Besides, it's set by the entire leadership and not by the chairman or chairwoman alone.
Since then, Merkel has very much set the CDU's course, even if it's been hard at times to pinpoint. Under Merkel, the CDU has moved away from the right. Critics would say it's given up its foundations. To appeal to a broad spectrum of voters, Merkel calls her CDU the party of the center. Vagueness is part of the program.
Where the center is where we are. And where we are is the center. We are the center, for the good of our country.
She's certainly changed the CDU. She's also opened the CDU to new groups of voters. But she hasn't always carried her own party, at least the conservative wing of the party, along with her.
So far, the results have added up.
So wahr mir Gott helfe.
The CDU returned to power under Merkel, a fact that keeps discontented party members in check. In addition, Merkel is popular with the voters. And despite steadily sinking figures in opinion polls, the Conservatives remain the country's strongest political force. So the number of her critics remains manageable.
For her, the CDU as a party is an instrument for holding power. And of course, in Germany, more than in other countries, the party leader is the source of power. She knows that, so she has to involve as many of her own party members as possible. But she finds it hard to deal with her own party and really represent its soul.
Despite her East German past, Merkel makes every effort to relate to the CDU's very West German history. During the campaign for the last national elections, she made a whistle-stop tour along the route taken by the first West German Chancellor Konrad Adenauer. She's increasingly guarded about her own past, rarely giving glimpses of her life under communist dictatorship.
The absence of freedom, which all of us who come from the former East Germany had to live with for so many years, gives us a view of freedom that's different from that of those who grew up surrounded by freedom from early childhood.
What does Angela Merkel stand for? She's perfected a political style that's more wait and see than taking the lead. But these days there's doubt within the CDU as to whether style is enough in times of crisis. Until now, every chancellor has had to convince the rank and file to accept unpopular policies and possible defeat at the polls. For the CDU and Angela Merkel, those decisions are yet to come.